much XRP do you need to become a millionaire? That's probably the question you're asked right now as we're going into 2026, one of the biggest years crypto's ever seen. And I have the answer for you today, and it might just shock you. If you enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe. You'll see every single play that I'm taking be on the IG. I post all my plays there. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So to start off, everybody watching this probably wants to be rich, right? Well, with XRP, got a pretty good opportunity. Right now, 100 XRP is worth about $190, give or take. How are we going to turn this into $1 million? Well, to start, if you have $190 worth of XRP and you're selling that shit at, I don't know, $10,000, that would in fact make you $1 million. Like that right there. 100 XRP, you're taking $200 to $1 million in one single trade if we went to 10,000. Now, I say 10,000, that is the topic of conversation right now, led by a couple YouTubers. Everybody and their mothers is talking about XRP hitting 10,000. In my opinion, it's just not realistic right now. In my, personal philosophy when it comes to trading and videos, I think more realistic. When everybody was at 30 cents and we're all talking about XRP going up, everybody was talking about, oh, it's going to go hit, some of these crazy prices. Me, I was telling you, hey, I think that we're going to go to all-time highs. And that was my philosophy. I wasn't paying attention to $1,000. I was paying attention to $3. And damn it, did that pay off. This is where I kind of want to take a sidebar with this video. For the most part, a lot of people will look at this and think this is the get rich quick scheme. You buy 100 XRP, you wait, it's 10,000 one day, whenever that is, and that's how you're going to make your money. But I challenge you, let's not think about, a $10,000 XRP, and let's start thinking about a $5 XRP, or maybe even a $10 XRP, maybe even a $20 XRP. This is what I'm paying attention to, and I'll explain that right now. For the most part, most people are coming into crypto, and like I said, they want a get rich quick scheme. But me, I am constantly chipping away and stacking to my long-term bag. How I do that on the Instagram, I trade. That's mainly my bread and butter. So when XRP is constantly making these moves to the upside and the downside, I can make money just by doing this. That is by longing and shorting. Now, this is my preferred way to make money in crypto, but there's many other ways to do this as well. But anytime I say I take a trade, I net 10, 20%, I'll then stack some of that money away and put it towards XRP. That way, instead of just thinking about, okay, I only have 100 XRP, I now have maybe 5,000 XRP. And then that number that I was talking about when it takes you to get $1 million, well, it just went up drastically. Now my $100 in XRP is now 9,000, almost 10. Now I only need XRP to go to $200 per coin. Do you understand? Stop getting complacent with only $100 in XRP. I say 100 because that's the number I hear everybody say. And start making sure you're stacking to your bags, because this number gets more and more realistic. In my opinion, long term, and I'm talking long term over the next decade, I'm very realistic. I'm a bullish XRP holder, but I'm a realistic XRP holder. Would I love it to go to 10,000? Absolutely. Am I banking on it because the cards would have to line perfectly? Not me personally. I'm betting on a $100 XRP long term, a $200 XRP long term. Those are realistic prices. And short term, I think 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, I think all of that's going to get hit. The main point I'm trying to make in this video is you can become a millionaire with XRP. I actually believe a vast majority of people that are holding right now, if they hold through the massive pumps that we're going to have over the next few years, they're going to end off really well. But will that be you? And can you hold all of this through all the ups and downs? I don't know. I can't answer that for you. But overall, I am very bullish. And if you want to know what you would make, I highly advise you going and looking at a profit calculator, because knowing what you hold and knowing how much you can make at some of these prices, in my opinion, is key. But I want to leave you with this. Like I said, I'm super bullish in XRP, and no matter how much you have, I think that this is genuinely one of the smartest plays in crypto. If I were to give you a solid number on how much I personally think is a great amount to hold, I think it's 30,000 XRP. At 30,000 XRP, just kind of like it is at $30,000 a month, I feel like that opens your pathway to a lot. Pretty much every dollar move, you're going to be making a $30,000 in profit. And like, again, if we go to this investment calculator, you take that $30,000, you buy it at 1.9, which is what we're at right now. Look how much you're making if we even go to 50, right? Look how much you're making if we ever go to 100. This is insane, dude. And I think that's the sweet spot, 30 to 50,000 XRP. So let me know how much you aim to hold. What do you really want to try to accomplish with XRP? If you want to see every single trade that I'm taking, so you can see all the stuff that I'm stacking to my bag, then be on the IG. I'll post them all there. 2026 is going to be a really amazing year for XRP, and I truly do believe that. And I believe it begins right now while we're in the kind of shitter. Everything's down. So I love you guys. I'll see you next video. Take care, and don't be a dumbass. XRP is so much better than Bitcoin.